Hey guys, Chris Bill, Comic Book University, and Secret Empire Underground, issue number 1. I've been waiting this for one for a while. This is promising to be one of the better of the Secret Empire, not tie-in comic books, but yeah, an extended version of the Secret Empire comics. And this was good. This was definitely worth it. Reading this one, I had a lot to say for each and every single panel of this comic. Like that's saying something about how good, how well this is written, how well it's drawn. This is really good stuff. Here's the problem. There was so much good stuff in there, it's hard to find a place to actually talk about anything that happened here. Basically, these guys have to go to the Savage Land, all right? We know that they've already got one of the fragments. I'm not keeping full count of what everybody's got right now, but I think after this issue, both Hydra and the Avengers, the heroes, the Resistance, I like that, are actually tied up 2 and 2. Yes, they do get one of the crystal shards, more like R.A. Salvatore there. They actually get one of the Cosmic Cube shards, one of the 8. So they should be tied 2 for 2 in this one. They go to Savage Land, they have to make a deal with Sauron. Who else? If you're going to the Savage Land and you don't have a Sauron adventure, you didn't really get the full Sauron experience, right? It's like I went to Egypt, but I never got the chance to see everything in there that I wanted to see. I never got to see the pyramids of Giza. And that right there tells me I didn't really get to see Egypt, right? So I'm going to call that a half an Egypt trip. In the meantime, even though I've gone twice. So enough about me. The comic itself, guys, really good writing here. The quips between, you've got Falcon in this with Bobby Morse, the Mockingbird. You got Hercules and Quicksilver. Those two together are always just so perfect together. And you got Ant-Man in here, Scott Lang, who he can fit in and quipe with anybody while still being self-depreciating at the same time. He is fantastic for a good time, call Ant-Man, basically. You might see that written on a bathroom stall. But yeah, just those last 3 mentioned, Ant-Man, Herc, and Quicksilver, all mentioned in the same breath. That makes for a really funny team. Falcon, Sam Wilson, isn't really as effective as I think he could be in here. I'm going to chalk that up personally to him not feeling so great, having such a bad time. If I did, and his story in here actually does give me the one complaint that I have for this entire comic issue. There's one point where he says to Pietro, to Quicksilver, Falcon says, "I've had a rough couple of months. Nobody's had it as bad as me." Yeah, that's not Sam Wilson. Sam Wilson doesn't say that. I don't care how down he is, how out he is, whatever. That's not Sam Wilson. That aside, that's literally like one thought bubble, not even a thought bubble, one word thing that he says, one little sentence that he says, and yeah, it's in one panel of this one comic book. And that's the only gripe that I have about this entire comic. I think that stands that this should at the very least get a B+. This wasn't a particularly moving comic book. This wasn't something that's going to get you like, oh my God, the story, it's amazing and all these crazy things. No, not necessarily. But this is a comic that you're going to enjoy every single panel on the page. The trick is it's not going to make you say, I can't wait for more. It gives you the sense that this is it. There isn't going to be a part 2 to Avengers Underground, which is a shame because this should be a long-running thing, at least until the end of Secret Empire. But regardless, it is what it is. And for a standalone, if this is indeed a standalone, it's well worth having in your collection, literally. If you have a friend who likes this stuff, give them the code so they can get the comic themselves online. And yeah, seriously, share this one with a friend. Good stuff. That being said, guys, Professor Bell, Comic Book University, class dismissed.